Hey, how's it going, Virgos? Welcome. This is going to be a tarot reading for July 17 to July 23rd. Let's see what's going on for y'all. It's Wednesday. It's Mercury, miércoles, mercredi. So why not do a Virgo? A lot of Mercury going on. Past, moon, present. Good. Four of Pentacles reversed. Hidden influence, there's that Six of Swords reversed once again. Hanged Man, advice. King of Wands, likely outcome. I like that. A lot of energy there. Like a lot of energy there of kind of the outgoing energy here, the internal energy here. So past this moon card, there was a time of being in touch with your intuition, staying at home. And I mean, this could be, we're moving out of Cancer into Leo this week. So we're leaving that planet ruled by the moon and now getting into the planet ruled by the sign ruled by the sun. So I think this makes sense if we're in more of a home phase, like wanting protection, in touch with the intuition more. I'm interested if a lot of that was present at night in particular. I think the moon has a tendency to bring out some more of these feelings that are sitting deeply inside of us. And then the present, which I think is kind of like on par with King of Wands here, this outgoing energy is this Four of Pentacles reversed. So I mean, Pentacle suit tending to do with finance and money, but so what I'm getting is there's been a release. The Four of Pentacles, he's very attached. So the Four of Pentacles, it can be a card of consolidation of financial resources and wealth, but there's also, it's kind of done at the expense of, allowing for new spirit to come in here at the top of the head, allowing for the heart to be unburdened, allowing for a grounding. It's kind of progressing in a state of sort of like an automated state, more or less, of like, well, this is how we gain wealth and we need to plug ahead with this thing and just kind of grind it out. But here there's a big release going on. And here in this hidden influence, it's a Six of Swords reversed. I just did the Gemini, and this same reverse card came up. I mean, here I think it's like you're kind of getting into the action, or maybe some of this emotion, that this water here at the top of the card is present. And so I don't know if that has to do with this unburdening process, but just like I said to Gemini, it's really important to go through that process, not let your mind override, well, I shouldn't feel this way, I should feel this way. Just allowing for that feeling to take place. You can let the thoughts do what they do, kind of like in the vertical analytical way, but you don't need to follow them down the rabbit hole. Just allow for that experience, that emotional experience. And I think like what comes after that is the movement to calmer waters afterwards, more grounded but confident ability to handle. Because like, what is the worst thing that we can experience is the difficult emotion associated with the situation. And we might go a long time, days, weeks, months, years, of trying to avoid emotions that are difficult. But if they're there at the surface and you can allow for them, I think it's really important. It's a great opportunity to grow and kind of like become that version of us that we more want to be, unburdened by things, just like the letting go of routine, or the things that are keeping us from getting the actual things that we want. So I think with this too, this emotional experience can allow for this new perspective. So Hangman, it might feel like it's an uncomfortable process, but it's by going through this hanging, he's just got this little rope around one of his ankles, and it looks like it would be very uncomfortable. It's somewhat of this death, mini death experience. It's actually right before the death card. But by going through this, he has this new mental illumination, clarity, this new way of seeing things that ends up being very beneficial for what it is that he wants to do. So I know this is coming not too long after the Hermit card, but I think you can see this emotional turbulence or unburdening of attachments as being a really positive development ultimately. And then what emerges from that, and I know Virgo's Earth sign, but you've got this King of Wands card. So King of Wands has been through the whole wand suit. He kind of understands the process of the spiritual sort of illumination, kind of like here. He's illuminated at the top of his mind, kind of where that fire spirit comes down, that Virgos and the Earth sign, they can bring down to Earth and make into creation here in this world. But this King of Wands, he's had this experience of going through the difficult times, but then seeing the results, the positive, the spirited, energetic results that come from that are beneficial. And so his lizard here on his throne, the tail is connected all the way back to the mouth, which shows that there's a completion of process there. And that's what I'm seeing throughout this whole reading is finish out this completion of process. There was like something was talking to you intuitively and telling you to unburden yourself. I mean, we've got a wand, we got a sword, we got a pentacle, we've got a couple major arcanas. So I think it could just be a general, because the major arcanas are usually key themes across the board, and then we're not focused on any one particular suit here. So I just think it's an across the board theme, but an unburdening of yourself to attachment can heighten your experience in all areas, your wealth, your finance, your health, your relationships, everything. So I think that's what's coming forth. And yeah, King of Wands, I mean, we're getting into this Leo season. They've got lions there. It's where your true personality and your sun shines through. So it makes a lot of sense that we're going from Moon to King of Wands, even though I would generally consider this with more of a maybe Aries, but I think Leo's appropriate right here. It's experiencing that pleasure, letting your personality shine through, but in order to get there, just clearing the slate of any sort of emotional, internal, I don't want to say baggage, but just letting that process take place, knowing that this is going to be the result of it. So yeah, maybe you got some travel, you got some new activities, some new relationships, but a lot of fun, a lot of exciting, energetic opportunities coming forth. So hope you guys enjoy that, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Later, Virgos.